Here's how we change the size of an object. I've got this sphere here. I've already colored it yellow. I did that by clicking on it and then adjusting the color here so I can make it whatever color I like to have. Okay, so I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit to this. I'll zoom out, there we go. So to change the size of an object, if you click on the object, you get all these little boxes and you get this arrow. Here's what all of these things mean. The arrow allows me to move it up or down. Now notice when I move it up, what I get here is this little number. This number tells me how high this is off the ground, how high the bottom is off the ground. So if I want to move this to be 20 off the ground, if I click this and just type in 20, it moves it up to 20 off the ground, and this tells me the total height. So this is very handy to be able to do. Now, I can also move it down if I want to, but to get very precise measurements, I just want to click in here and then type. So it puts me 20 off the ground. I'm going to put it back on the ground, so I'm going to go ahead and put 0, and that gets me back on the ground. Now these boxes here, if I highlight over this box, notice this other 20 comes. That's how tall this is. If I pan this way, it's easier to see. So this is 20 tall, and this is a sphere, so this is going to be very symmetrical. Now if I highlight over these boxes, it's also 20 wide and 20 long. So I can also change those numbers if I want to change the size of this sphere. Now I can, of course, just grab this and drag it, but when you do this, it's hard to make sure that it is perfectly symmetrical. This is a 42 by 28, so I don't really like that. The best thing to do is to just click on any one of these corners, and when you do that, these numbers will basically stay where they are, and then I can click on them and I can make this one 30, and I can make this one 30. So now I've got this 30 by 30, however, it's not the right height. So I click on this one and I make it 30. So now I have a sphere that's 30 by 30 by 30. So I can make the sphere however large or small that I want. I can make it 45 by 45. Then I'll click this one up here, click that one, and make that one 45. So now I have a 45 by 45 by 45 sphere. So that's pretty easy to do. Now, the best thing to do when you're making your planets is to make one sphere and then click on it and then copy by going Control-C and then do Control-V to paste it. And you can move these by dragging them. I prefer to use my arrows. So if I use my right arrow key, I can move it there. Then my down arrow key moves it like this. So I can move them however I like. So this would be the planet Mercury. If this was the sun, I'd make this one yellow. If this is Mercury, I'll make this one kind of a darker gray, like that. But Mercury is a lot smaller than the sun, so I need to change the size of it. So I'm just going to click on here, and I'll make this one pretty small. I'll make this one 10 by 10, and then click on the height little button here. And it's over there, by 10, and now it's 10 by 10 by 10. So that is how I make the planets. Then to make my next planet, I will just grab this one, Control-C, Control-V, and I'll move him away a little ways. And this is going to be Venus, so I'll make Venus maybe this color. And then I'll click here, and he's going to be a lot bigger than Mercury. We'll go 20 by 20. And then I got to get the little height guy here by 20. So now I have Venus. So that's how you change the size of the spheres, how you create new spheres, and how you move them around. Next video, I'm going to show you how to make the orbits and then how to make the planets up a little bit where they need to be.